order. Kyle, please call the roll.
Senators Bean.
Here.
Berger. Bernskoetter. Crawford. Gregory.
Here.
McCreary. Washington.
We have a quorum. I now make a motion to go into executive session. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. We're in executive session. We have 3 bills on the agenda for executive session. I make a motion to take up Senate Bill 953. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Bills before the committee. This is my legislation we heard 2 weeks ago addressing funding issues for DNR's air pollution control program. There was 0 opposition testimony, passed out of committee last year and unanimously. So I would make a motion to vote Senate Bill 953 out of committee. Do pass. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none. Kyle, please call the roll.
Senators Bean.
Aye.
Berger. Bernskoetter. Crawford. Gregory.
Aye.
McCreary. Washington.
By your vote of 6-0, Senate Bill 953 is voted out of committee. Do pass. I now make a motion to take up Senate Bill 913. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. The bill's fourth committee. This is Senator's Gregory bill that we heard 2 weeks ago regarding the agriculture and railroad infrastructure tax credits. I now make a motion to vote Senate Bill 913 out of committee. Do pass. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Is there any discussion on that motion? Hearing none. Kyle, please call the roll.
Senators Bean.
Aye.
Berger. Bernskoetter. Crawford.
Aye.
Gregory.
Aye.
McCreary.
Aye.
Washington.
Aye.
6-0.
By your vote of 6-0, Senate Bill 913 is voted out of committee. Do pass. I now make a motion to take up Senate Bill 864. Do I have a second? Do I have a second?
Pardon?
Do I have a second?
Second.
No.
I have a second. All in favor? This is on Senate Bill 864. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. This bill is for the committee. This is my legislation we heard 2 weeks ago regarding agriculture tax credits, and is a companion bill, Senator Gregory's, which we just voted on. There is 0 opposition testimony, passed out of committee this year unanimously. I do have a Senate substitute, which we emailed the committee members 24 hours ago. The substitute adds the railroad infrastructure tax credit and makes this bill identical to Senator Gregory's. Any discussion on that? I now make a motion to adopt Senate committee substitute. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any additional discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Senate committee substitute is now adopted. I now make a motion to vote Senate committee substitute for Senate Bill 864 out of committee. Do pass. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? Kyle, please call the roll.
Senators Bean.
Aye.
Berger. Aye. Bernskoetter. Crawford.
Aye.
Gregory.
Aye.
McCreary.
Aye.
Washington.
Aye.
7.
By your vote of 7-0, Senate committee substitute for Senate Bill 864 is voted out of committee. Do pass. I now make a motion to exit executive session. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. Motion carries. We're out of executive session. So we are going to hear Senator Bernsketter's Senate Bill 938. Senator Bernskoetter, whenever you're ready, you may present.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the committee. Mike Bernskoetter, like the chairman said. Senate Bill 938 changes the user fee to fund the Missouri Department of Agriculture Land Survey Program. Currently, the fee is $4. It's split between the county recorder, the Secretary of State, and the Land Survey Department gets a $1. And the fee has been $1 since 1969 when it was created. And the fee is no longer covering the cost of the program. So this would increase the fee to $5 and give the additional $1 to the land survey program. And I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Senator. Any questions for Senator Bernskoetter? Seeing none, is anybody here to testify in favor of Senate Bill 938? Please come forward.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. Trinity Crouch here on behalf of the Missouri Department of Agriculture. We'd like to go on record in support of Senate Bill 938. We appreciate Senator Bernskoetter for bringing this legislation forward on behalf of the department. To give a little bit more detail about what our program does, from 1815 to 1855, the United States government surveyed the state of Missouri into sections, townships, and ranges. By 1969, this General Assembly realized that most of those original markers had been destroyed, thus creating the Land Survey Program to remonument those corners. It's still work that we do to this day. We also house a central repository system where every survey document recorded in this state is indexed into our repository system for both public and private sectors to go online and use. You can get that instantaneously as a downloadable file for the cost of $1 per image. As the bill sponsor mentioned, our program is fee-funded, so we get revenue from using that repository system. Obviously, that's based off demand, so not a large chunk of change coming from that. So we are primarily funded through that user fee. As the bill sponsor mentioned, that user fee is $4, with the $1 being allocated to the department, and that allocation has not changed since it was established in 1969. So this bill would increase that fee to $5 and allocate an additional $1 to the program. Additionally, this bill has rulemaking authority to give a clear process to change the fee associated with the repository. And with that, I'd be happy to take any questions.
Any questions to the witness, Senator Berger?
Good morning, and thank you for being here. Well, let's talk about a county, like Scott County. How often would they be surveyed, or how often would that happen in Scott County? Do they mark all four corners of the county when they do that, or how does that work?
So I can look as to when we were last in Scott County and how that's broken up to.
Any county.
That I don't know. I know we work in every county every single day. We have employee surveyors that go and do this work on a daily basis. We also contract with private surveyors who also work with counties.
Okay, so that's happening in every county
Every
throughout the
single
state
day.
every year.
Yep.
I thought at one time they just marked corners every 2 years at some point in time, because I thought it took like 4 years for the corners to all get marked.
So it's certainly an ongoing process, but we work on this on a daily basis.
Okay, thank you.
Any further questions for this witness? Seeing none, thank you for testimony.
Thank you.
Next up in favor of Senate Bill 938, please come forward.
My name is Darrell Pratt. I'm a land surveyor from Deloge in St. Francis County, and I'm here on behalf of the Missouri Society of Professional Surveyors, if I can get that out. And I'd just like to say that that $1 supports the administrative services needed for the operation of the program, a cadastral survey section that protects and maintains the United States Public Land Survey System, those corners that were talked about, the system that forms the foundation which supports title to all real property in Missouri, a geodetic survey section that supports mapping, infrastructure, geospatial projects throughout the state, and a land survey repository which maintains a digital and film archive of every record survey in Missouri. From the original government land office surveys that took place in the first half of the 19th centuries that created a homestead, every neighborhood where a family grew up, to shining cityscapes that dot our state, if it is a survey of real property, it is in the office of the Recorder of Deeds, the office of the county surveyor, the county clerk, as well as a number of private survey records. It is in the State Land Survey Repository. These records are retrievable through a database that can be accessed by the public. The Land Survey program was able to operate, even thrive, with this $1 user fee. In the 1980s, it grew to 25 employees. It's now about half of that. With another $1, a $2 user fee, the LSP might regain some ground. If a landowner has questions about their property rights, it might not be a 2-year wait before a project surveyor from the cadastral survey section can come out. Projects in the geodetic survey section are handled by one person. The repository once had a distribution side. Technology has rendered that obsolete. But the digital document retrieval system, once thought state-of-the-art, is nearly 30 years old, and its age is showing. While I cannot speak to what enhancements might be provided with another $1, I know the program will not be able to continue on its present course. That $1 fee turns 56 years old this year. I believe the LSP has proven a good steward of the taxpayers' money and chances earned for another dollar.
Just out of curiosity, what are the requirements of being a land surveyor and how do you get licensed? I'm just curious of that.
Well, there's a couple different routes, either 4 years of education and about 4 years of experience. It's about an 8-year process. Or 2 years of education, 6 years of experience. And you can go 8 years of experience as long as you have a certain amount of education to go along with that. I
actually took a class in college and of course, growing up on a farm. And my kids today will look at me and go, how do you know, Dad, that every step is 3 feet? Or,
Yeah.
Well, you kind of learn that. But I'm just curious.
Yeah, I remember my dad talking about a country mile.
Links and chains and all that.
Yeah.
Any questions for this witness? Thank you very much for your testimony. Next up, in favor of Senate Bill 938, please come forward. Seeing none, anybody here in opposition of Senate Bill 938? Seeing none, anybody here for informational purposes only? Seeing none, Senator, do you have any closing remarks? All right, this will conclude the hearing on Senate Bill 938. No further business coming in committee. Do I hear a motion to have a second? All those in favor, please say aye. We are adjourned.